navigation equipment.
Yeah, just need to go a bit left there, mate. A few metres.
This team will be the first to drive these 85 kilometres across the ice during the winter night. They've laid fuel dumps at marked depots in much the same way as early Antarctic explorers laid food dumps.
Here's the boat.
Guided by their flagged route and by satellite, the oversnow vehicle will traverse the ice desert for 8 hours. To avoid huge crevasse fields near Cape Crozier, the route swings onto Ross Island.
I don't know if any of us can easily identify where the red
The
flag
blizzard obscures their flags.
is. Green flag.
Yeah, stick another flag there.
Stick a red flag in.
Yeah, let's go.
The team decide they should plant extra flags to guide them through the dark months. At journey's end, sturdy insulated huts have been built and lashed down. But the first filming trip finds the toilet wrecked and one hut blown sideways.
Yeah, can you put another block over here?
And
Or
then,
under here?
yeah, and then we put a bit of tube on it and we wall it.
After the hut's repaired, it's decided to double the guy wires. They're soon put to the test. The vehicle too must be anchored. Blizzards hit suddenly. They cut through flesh. Frail humans would die in minutes without high-tech clothing or shelter. With 100 km/h wind and cold of minus 20 degrees, the wind chill is actually minus 56 degrees Celsius. Rather an advance in the pioneers' blubber stoves, a generator drives a microwave, a heater and lights. The toilet hut has been rebuilt more sturdily. Setting up, the camera crew wonders, if this is summer, what will winter hold? And wherever they go, they carry a safety beacon, another precaution against the lethal cold which rages just centimeters away. The Antarctic creatures are naturally equipped for survival. The skua chick has grown fast and is near fledging. Just as well. Soon the cold will deepen, its food will disappear, and together with the other summer visitors, it will have to leave. By March, most Adelie penguins have gone. These chicks may be too late to make it north for winter. The skuas will clean up the stragglers. They have a last bath before the fresh water is frozen over and they have to fly north to their winter grounds. Until next summer's brief thaw, the vegetation is freeze-dried. April, deep autumn. The camera crew takes more insurance against getting lost during their hour-long night tramps down to the Emperor's colony. Now it's the time of arrival for the emperors. Using navigation systems still unknown to scientists, the emperors are guided over hundreds of kilometers to converge on Cape Crozier. Their breeding cycle is a month later than colonies further north, where it is lighter and warmer. Built for swimming, their most efficient surface travel is tobogganing on their bellies. These are the first people ever to witness the Emperor's arrival at this southernmost colony. They're anxious to see how many birds will show up. By mid-April, there are still only 250 birds. This is why they trek so far. In a canyon running deep into the ice shelf, they find stable ice which won't be broken out by storms. Before darkness comes, the crew visits an historic site. The stone igloo built by Wilson's team in 1910 when they made their terrible midwinter journey.
Wilson's igloo?
Yeah.
Doesn't say who was in the party.
Yeah, it's silly.
Wilson, Bowers and Cherry Gerard.
Yeah, right.
So this is where they set up their camp.
Yeah, well apparently the penguins were just way down just at the bottom here.
Down over here, right.
Yeah.
They left a lot of rubbish and stuff behind, haven't they? There's what seems to be a food box and a ball of string. And
no one has seen the Crozier colony in midwinter since. No one has ever tried to visit nearly every month. And Antarctica still works the same dark magic the pioneers sensed.
The grey, limitless barrier seemed to cast a spell of cold immensity. Vague, ponderous, a breeding place of wind and drift and darkness.
It's now early May. The camera crew make the most of the midday dusk. The colony has grown to at least 1,000 birds. The crew are amazed to see them all packed in one tight huddle against the minus 44 degrees cold. Remarkably, there are 10 big birds crammed into every square meter. Unlike other penguins, emperors don't claim and defend a nest site. Scientists believe this loss of territorial aggression is the key to emperor breeding success. It lets them huddle to overcome their common enemy, the cold. The imperial courtship begins with the male calling the female.